There's a room in your mind that only opens after midnight. A quiet door, a familiar ache, a truth you try to forget. We chase healing, yet it's always the unspoken wounds that find us first. The world sleeps, but your thoughts don't. They wander, they knock, they whisper. This is about the pain you don't talk about, not as a story, not as a memory, but as something alive, something that still breathes beneath your ribs. You tell yourself you're fine, you hold yourself together, you laugh, you play the part. But when the noise fades, the truth begins to echo. There's a heaviness you carry in silence, a sorrow you learn to hide, because the world applauds strength, not honesty. A bruise on the soul no one else sees. You bury it because you're tired. You bury it because you haven't found a language for it yet. You bury it because speaking it out loud feels like reliving it, and yet it follows you. In the quiet moments, in the pause between thoughts, in the breath you hold without knowing. We don't hide pain because it's weak, we hide it because it's ours, because it shaped us in ways we can't explain. But what if the pain you avoid is the part of you that needs to be understood? In Jung's shadow, we hide the pieces of ourselves that feel too much, too sensitive, too wounded, too honest. The world teaches you to toughen up, so you swallow the ache. You silence the trembling. You act like the wound is gone, but the shadow keeps it, quietly, patiently, like a guardian of the forgotten. There is a mythic truth in unspoken pain. The more you outrun it, the more it becomes your compass. It shapes your choices, your fears, your boundaries, your loneliness. Pain becomes the architect of the walls you build. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're also blocking the light like a candle in an abandoned cathedral. Your hurt flickers against the vastness of your life, small but unextinguished. But here's what we never see. Unspoken pain doesn't stay silent. It becomes behavior. It becomes distance. It becomes the emptiness you can't explain. The pain you don't talk about is the part of you that still wants to be witnessed, not to be fixed, to be seen. We think healing happens when we move on, but healing happens when we turn around and finally face what we abandoned inside ourselves. You're not broken because you hurt. You're human. And your silence was never weakness. It was survival. But survival is not a home. It's only a bridge. The ache you carry is trying to bring you back to yourself. Maybe the wound isn't the enemy. Maybe it's the teacher. Maybe the pain you don't talk about is the doorway to who you're becoming. A signal. A compass. A truth with teeth and tenderness. The soul grows in the dark, just as seeds split before they bloom. There is beauty in the ache because only what mattered can hurt. You are not defined by your pain. You are shaped by how deeply you feel. And that is a kind of quiet courage. Even the sun must break itself against the horizon every night, so it can rise again. So must we. Maybe the pain you hide isn't a burden. Maybe it's a message, a reminder of what you lost, and proof that something inside you is still alive enough to feel. Silence isn't healing, it's waiting. If you carry unspoken pain, you don't have to walk these nights alone. Stay a while, breathe, let the darkness speak its truth.